Yay! Oh my goodness. If you guys only knew how many times I just tried to have this live stream go live, you would be very surprised. Yes, it didn't want to happen this morning, but persistence pays off here. So, perfect. Once you come in and you join class, hello. I miss seeing all of you. And I hope that we get to see each other soon. But for right now, here is a yoga class for you to practice inside your home. I have a stool that I'm going to do some stretches at the end because we had a couple of requests for stretching out certain areas. And the yoga class has a lot of that in it for specifically the SI area. But there's going to be some stretches at the end that you can do that I would recommend that you sit in for longer. So I'll kind of point out the stretches in class that would work great for that area. And then also the stretches on the stool that would work great. It's kind of a makeshift. I don't have a bench quite big enough. It works great on like a lifting bench at the gym, but like that hand motions, that's totally stands for lifting bench. All right. With all of that said, let's go ahead and actually get our beginning position for yoga. So whether that be seated, lying on your back, in the extended pose, which is going to be knees as wide as your mat, toes touching, shift hips back so glutes touch the heels of your feet, and then stretch your arms forward to the top of your mat, placing the third eye area of your forehead on your mat. And let's just bring some attention to your breathing. Nice big inhales and exhales. Good. Making your inhales anywhere from 3 to 6 seconds long. Seeing if you can elongate them anywhere from a second to 2 longer than from when you started. Pulling them all the way to your belly button, blowing your stomach up like a balloon, then feeling your rib cage expand, and then last but not least, your chest, and then releasing the exhale in reverse order through chest, rib cage, belly button, emptying everything out of the stomach. Good. Let's exhale all of the air out of your lungs. Nice big inhale, come to tabletop. And exhale at the top. Inhale, lift your right fingertips high. Let's go ahead, wave to the front and the back, starting to warm up your shoulder joint. Breathing. Nice full circles forward and back. Inhale, lift fingertips all the way up to the sky. Reach back behind you. And exhale, bring your hand down to your mat. Inhale, lift your left fingertips high, waving to the front and back. And then full circles forward and back. Inhale, lift the left fingertips all the way up, back, behind you, and then exhale, bring it down to the mat. Now, we're going to go ahead, we're going to take a seat on our mat today. So I want you to take your right foot and place it over your left knee. Nice gentle stretch here. The closer that you have your back arm to your body, the more intense the stretch is going to be. So if this is really intense when you go into it, you can place your arm further back. All right. So bring your right hand as close to your body as possible or feels comfortable. And then just a nice gentle stretch as you place your left elbow onto your right knee. Now we're not going for full stretch here. We're just waking up the body, breathing. See if you can get the lower lumbar to stretch just a little bit more. Now, if you're really tight like I am, you're going to feel this from mid-lumbar, possibly even through the glute and down the leg. Which when I started, I could down my leg, and now it's just in my lumbar. So depending on how tight you are, you may have to have your arm further from your body. Let's go ahead and switch legs. So right leg is going to be straight, placing foot over your left foot over your right knee. Left arm as close to the body as feels comfortable. Then take your right elbow, place it on your left knee, and slowly but surely bring yourself into the stretch. This side could feel completely different than the other side, and that is okay. Looking over your rear shoulder and breathing. Good. Come on forward. Bring feet all the way to the top of your mat. Nice bend in your knees. Inhale, raise your fingertips high, and then exhale, fold over your legs. Now, you can push your heels forward, or if you keep them slightly bent and you keep your spine nice and straight so you keep your shoulders back, this is going to be more of a lower lumbar stretch than it is a hamstrings and glutes stretch. If you're super flexible, you can keep your legs straight, all right, and keep your shoulders back. This one is less about bringing your nose to your knees and more about stretching out your lower lumbar here. So if your SI is really bad, you're probably feeling this in the back right now. This is one that you can sit in when you're not in class for quite some time, and you'll slowly feel everything start to release. Good. Go ahead. Make sure you use your hands to crawl yourself back up your legs. Let's go ahead and find ourselves in a forward fold position with our feet shoulder width apart and knees bent. Inhale, halfway lift. And then exhale, move back into the forward fold here. So this is kind of like what we were just in a seated position. All right, except we're folding over our body. So then we have the weight of our upper torso, stretching everything out. And again, if you give your legs a nice bend, it's going to take all the pressure off of that area. And then let your hands drop on down. Come on down into ragdoll pose. So right hand to left elbow and left hand to right elbow. And really just work on relaxing your head and letting it sink through your shoulders. Looking back behind you. With every breath, you'll push up against your legs a little bit, filling up your belly. And then as you exhale, you may drop a little bit further. See how close you can bring your hands to your arms to your toes. Now you can turn, bringing right elbow to right leg for a couple of breaths. And then you can go ahead and bring left elbow to left leg for a couple of breaths. And then come back down to center. Go ahead and switch your grip. You should feel that your lower lumbar has slightly released, like you're getting a little bit closer to the ground. Good. Release your hands down to your mat and toe heel your feet together. Now keep a nice bend in your knees for the rest of your halfway lifts through class, all right? Inhale, halfway lift, nice bend in the knees. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, mountaintop pose, fingertips all the way up to the sky. Now focus on keeping hips squared to the front. Exhale, side twist to the right. So left fingertips are going to go forward and right are going to go back. But you're going to work on keeping your hips facing towards the front of your mat. Inhale, mountaintop pose. Exhale, side twist to the left. Right fingertips are going to go forward. Left are going to go back. Again, keeping hips square to the front of your mat. Inhale, mountaintop pose. Exhale, baby back bend. Really pushing your hips forward in this one, opening your chest to the sky. Inhale, mountaintop pose. And exhale, forward fold. Inhale, crouch and curl. So come up on your toes and curl into your knees, pushing through your shoulders. Good. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, high to low plank, chaturanga dandasana. Flip your feet. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. We're going to go through that 2 more times. Inhale, look at the top of your mat. Exhale, step on through. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, mountaintop pose, fingertips all the way up to the sky. Exhale, side twist to the right. Inhale, mountaintop pose. Exhale, side twist to the left. Inhale, mountaintop pose. Exhale, baby back bend. Inhale, mountaintop pose. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, crouch and curl up on your toes. Shift your knees forward and bring your nose into your knees, pushing through the top of your shoulders. Good. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, high to low plank, chaturanga dandasana. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, look at the top of your mat. Exhale, step on through. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, mountaintop pose, fingertips all the way up to the sky. Exhale, side twist to the right. Inhale, mountaintop pose. Exhale, side twist to the left. Inhale, mountain. Exhale, baby back bend. Inhale, mountain. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, crouch and curl. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, high to low plank, chaturanga dandasana. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, look at the top of your mat. Exhale, step on through. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, chair pose, bend at your knees, shift your glutes back, fingertips up to the sky. Pressing knees together here. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, high to low plank, chaturanga dandasana. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, lift your right heel high. Exhale, low lunge to the top of your mat. Inhale, warrior two, bringing upper torso up and over your hips, 90-degree bend in your front right leg, and the angle of your back left foot is going to match up with the back of your mat. Right fingertips forward, left back. Holding here for just a couple of breaths. Making sure pushing your right knee out towards your right pinky toe, which is engaging your right hamstring and glute, and squeezing your back left quad and your back leg. Nice strong legs here. Nice big inhale. Exhale, extended side angle. Shift your torso forward, bringing right elbow into your right knee and left fingertips up to the sky. Now nothing has changed about our legs. You should still have engaged right hamstring and glute and left quad. If you're working on the core strength here, remove your right elbow from your right knee and bring your hands together like you're holding on to a beach ball. Nice big inhale, reverse warrior. Everything stays the same in your legs, but right fingertips go up to the sky, left to your back, left thigh. Good, holding here for a couple more breaths. Feeling it in the legs. Nice big inhale. Exhale, high to low plank, chaturanga dandasana. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Good. Inhale, lift your left heel high. Exhale, low lunge to the top of your mat. Inhale, warrior two, 90-degree bend in the front left leg. Back of your right foot's going to match up with the back of your mat. Arms are out to a T, left fingertips forward, right back. Holding here, breathing, muscle mapping, pushing your left knee out towards your left pinky toe, left hamstring and glute engaged, right quad. Nice big inhale. Exhale, extended side angle. Shift your torso forward, bringing left elbow to the inside of your left knee, right fingertips up to the sky. Everything stays the same in the legs. Again, if you're working on that core, bring your left hand out and your right hand out to meet it like you're holding on to a beach ball. Inhale, reverse warrior, legs stay the same, left fingertips up to the sky, right to the back of your right thigh. Holding here for just another breath. Nice big inhale. Exhale, high to low plank, chaturanga dandasana. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Good. We're going to go through that one breath, one movement. 2 more times. Couple more breaths here. Good. Inhale, look at the top of your mat. Exhale, step on through. Inhale, halfway lift. Nice flat back, really recruiting from your hamstrings and glutes on that lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, chair pose, bend at your knees, shift your glutes back, fingertips up to the sky. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, high to low plank, chaturanga dandasana. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, lift your right heel high. Exhale, low lunge to the top of your mat. Inhale, warrior 2. Exhale, extended side angle. Right elbow to the inside of your right knee, left fingertips up to the sky. Inhale, reverse warrior, right fingertips up to the sky, left to your back thigh. Exhale, high to low plank, chaturanga dandasana. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, lift your left heel high. Exhale, low lunge to the top of your mat. Inhale, warrior 2. Exhale, extended side angle. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, high to low plank, chaturanga dandasana. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Good. A couple of nice big breaths here. We've got one more time through. One breath to one movement. Inhale, look at the top of your mat. Exhale, step on through. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, chair pose. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, high to low plank, chaturanga dandasana. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, lift your right heel high. Exhale, low lunge to the top of your mat. Inhale, warrior 2. Exhale, extended side angle. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, high to low plank, chaturanga dandasana. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, lift your left heel high. Exhale, low lunge to the top of your mat. Inhale, warrior 2. Exhale, extended side angle. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, high to low plank, chaturanga dandasana. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Good. Go ahead. Take a seat. Grab a drink of water. The body should be warming up and getting ready for a little bit of advanced moves and stretching. So if your body isn't quite warm yet, you can go ahead and pause this and warm up a little bit more, kind of do a couple of sun salutation B like we just did. Do a couple more of those if you want to. Really warm up your body. So if you want to, you can go ahead and pause this. Another way to really warm up your body and start sweating is when you're doing that one breath, one movement, to be breathing in through your nose and out through your nose, because that keeps the heat in. If you're breathing out through your mouth, you're actually releasing heat out. All right. I know it sounds goofy, but you will get a lot hotter if you breathe in and out through your nose. Nice big inhales and exhales. And then when we come to down dog, go ahead and open mouth breathe. Exhale everything out and bring that heart rate back down. All right. So let's go ahead and meet in down dog. We're going to head on into sun C. We've got some nice stretches. And what I'm going to do is, we had quite a few in the warm up for the SI area. And then I'll just say, well, this is a stretch here that you could pause if you wanted to and just spend more time in, or after class, you can spend an extended amount of time. Maybe you can go back through, or if you remember the stretches, you can go ahead and do them for a little bit longer. So for that area, a stretch anywhere from 2 to 3 minutes long wouldn't be bad. There's actually some yogas where the postures are actually held and stretched out for an extended period of time, anywhere from 5 to like so many minutes beyond. All right. So don't feel like you're going to do any harm if you were in, let's say, a half pigeon pose for an extended period of time. You would want to let that leg come back to life before you try to do anything else. So shake it around. I'll kind of go over that in class. But perfect. Let's go ahead and meet in downward facing dog. And that is where we will realign our breath together. Inhale. And nice big exhale. Inhale. And nice big exhale. Good. Inhale, look at the top of your mat. Exhale, step on through. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Good. Inhale, chair pose. All right, so we're going to move into a figure 4. So if you put all of your weight onto your left leg, all right, and you come up on your right toes, and you pick up your right leg and place your right heel on top of your left knee. And then go ahead and bring your hands to your heart. See if you can keep shoulders over hips. And as you sink, you should feel a nice pull in your glute area. See if you can push your right knee down towards the mat and give it more of a stretch. Nice big inhale. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, high to low plank, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, lift your right heel high. Exhale, low lunge to the top of your mat. Good. Make sure all 10 toes are pointed forward here, and they're on railroad tracks, not tight ropes. Inhale, crescent lunge. Good. Shoulders are over hips, fingertips are over shoulders. Thinking about, just like we were in the beginning, pushing your right knee towards the right pinky toe. Nice big inhale here. Exhale, drop your left knee just above your mat. Really kicking in your strength. Inhale, crescent. Exhale, mini lunge. Inhale, crescent. Exhale, mini lunge. Inhale, crescent. Exhale, bring hands to heart center. Inhale, shift your torso forward. And exhale, revolved crescent lunge. So left elbow to the outside of your right knee. Now, you can work on your balance here and fly your arms if you want to. Or if you really want to work on the stretch in the torso, drop your left knee down. Really work on every inhale, elongate your spine. Nice and tall, nice and straight. As you empty out all the air of your torso, see if you can twist yourself just a little bit further into this. Hands, heart center, pushing palms together. Right elbow up to the sky. Really breathing into this. So this is a good one. If you're close to your computer and you want to pause it here, really work on the stretch, you can. Whoop, as I fall over. Good. Now, in this posture, I want you to think if you dropped your knee, bring all of your strength back to your legs. Inhale, crescent. And then exhale, warrior two. Inhale, reverse triangle. So right toes are going to point towards the top of your mat. And your left is going to have an angle with your heel facing towards your back right corner and kind of diagonal with your toes. You're going to shift your hips so that they're square with your right leg. You can bend your right leg if you need to. We don't want to cause pain. And then you're slowly going to fold forward onto your right leg. Good. So, the objection for this stretch is to be able to get your nose to your knee. So that's what you're working on. Let's say you want to work a little bit more on your balance. You could take one hand, place it on your foot. Other hand, come around your leg. As you work on getting a little bit deeper into the stretch. Good. If you took your hands off of the floor, I want you to put them back on the floor. Nice big inhale. Bend your right leg and slowly launch yourself forward onto your right leg for standing splits. Left heel is going to shoot up to the ceiling. You can bring your hands further forward if you want to for balance. Or if you want to work on the strength of the one leg, you'll keep your hands nice and close to your foot. Maybe you grab one around your leg. Good. Breathing. Nice big inhale. Exhale, slowly dropping yourself back down into crescent lunge. Inhale, warrior two. Exhale, extended side angle, but this time we're going to reach really far forward and we're going to work on bringing ourselves a little bit closer to our knees. Now we've done this a couple of times in class. What you're doing is you're starting to bring yourself into the full expression of this extended side angle as you hear my shoulders pop. All right, so left fingertips are up to the sky, unless you want to half bind them back behind your back. The intention here is to start to bring your arm around and under your leg. Just working on getting down there. Good, we're here for 3. Releasing to runner's lunge in 2. And 1. Good. Hands come down to your mat. Release your left knee down. Toe heel your right toes out to the right hand corner. And now we're in runner's lunge. This is a good one that if you want to stay in for an extended period of time, go ahead and pause. Really stretching out everything in the right hip here. Coming down to your forearms, if it feels all right. Breathing into the stretch. Right leg and hip should be super warm right now. Should really be feeling the stretch. Good. Bringing all of the strength back to your hands. Then coming up on your left toes. Nice big inhale. Exhale, sweep your right foot back to meet your left. And press into downward facing dog. Good. Let's go ahead, kind of wiggle that side out. Pedal out your feet, pushing your heel towards your mat. Just bring in some life back to the leg. Good. Inhale, look at the top of your mat. Exhale, step on through. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, chair pose. Good. I don't know about you guys, but I feel like I got some super stretch going on in my right leg right now. So bring all of your strength to your right leg. Come up on your left toes. You can go ahead and you can bring your hands to heart center right now if you want to. And then bring your left heel up to your right knee. And work on bringing shoulders over hips. And slowly but surely sinking into the figure 4. Good. Holding here for 3. Releasing to forward fold in 2. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, high to low plank, chaturanga dandasana. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, lift your left heel high. Exhale, low lunge to the top of your mat. Inhale, crescent. Shoulders over hips, fingertips over shoulders, all 10 toes facing forward. Good. Go ahead, bring your hands to heart center. Nice big inhale. Exhale, shift your torso forward. Inhale here. And then exhale, revolved crescent. Bringing your right elbow to the outside of your left knee. Now this is where I said you could pause earlier if you wanted to. You can do that here again. Drop your right knee if you're working on the stretch. If you're working on the balance, keep it popped up and strong. Really focusing on keeping your palms at heart center. Left elbow up to the sky. With every inhale, elongate your spine. Exhale, see if you can twist a little bit further. Good. Breathing. Good. Now, if you brought your right knee down, bring all of your strength back. Nice big inhale. And exhale. Inhale, crescent. And because we didn't do it before, we're going to do it now. So just a little bit different of a sequence, but it's still going to do the same thing. So I want you to exhale all of the air out of your lungs. Nice big inhale. Exhale, drop right knee down to the mat. Let it hover. Inhale, crescent. Exhale, hover. Inhale, crescent. One more time. Exhale, hover. Inhale, crescent. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, reverse triangle. So left leg is going to go straight. Left fingertips up to the sky. And then I want you to focus. You can breathe here. Shift your hips to square over your left leg. You may have to move your left leg over to the center of your mat, and that's okay. Hands are above you. Nice big exhale. Inhale, forward fold over your leg. Good. You can have as much of a bend as you need in your left leg. This is where if you want to be working on your balance, you can place feet or your hand on your foot, other hand around your leg. Working on getting your nose to your knee. Just breathing. Good. Now, nice big inhale. Bend your left leg or your left knee. And then exhale, launch yourself up into standing splits by bringing your right heel up to the sky. You can have a bend in your left leg if you want to. Remember, you can have your arms forward for balance, closer to your foot, less assistance. Maybe you want to wrap a hand around the leg. Good. Nice big inhale here. Exhale, slowly dropping your right heel down to the ground and then into runner's lunge. So toe heel, your left toes out to the left-hand corner. Bring your right knee down to your mat. And this is where you can either stay on your hands or you can come on down. Breathing, bringing heart rate down. Good. Bring all of your strength back to your hands. Curl up on your right toes. Nice big inhale. Exhale, sweep your left toes back to meet your right. And then press into downward facing dog. Good. Pedaling out your heels again. Nice big inhale, lift your right heel high. Exhale, half pigeon on the right side. Bringing your right knee to your right wrist and your left toes to your left wrist. Now, depending on how tight you are in your sciatic area, you could really be feeling this one right now. All right, this is one that you can definitely sit in longer. So if you wanted to, just like the runner's lunge and the revolved crescent lunge, you could pause here and sit here longer if you wanted to. Nice big inhale once your glute is all the way down. And then folding over. You can create a shelf on your palms for your forehead. Or depending on how flexible you are, maybe you just bring your forehead all the way down to your mat. Whatever you do, continue to breathe. Good. Come on back up to your hands. Bring yourself forward a little bit on your right knee. Nice big inhale. Lift your right heel all the way up into three-legged dog. And then place it on down for downward facing dog. So that move there, if you sat in it longer, make sure that you pump your heels a little bit and bring some life back to your leg. All right. Inhale, lift your left heel high. Exhale, half pigeon on the left side, bringing the left knee to left wrist and pointing your left toes towards your right wrist. Inhale, square hips. Bring your glute down to the mat once it's all the way down. Exhale, fold forward over onto your left leg. Here, this side could be completely different than the right side. That's completely normal. You may not be able to get your forehead to your fists. And you may not be able to, if you were able to bring your forehead all the way down to your mat, you might not be able to do that on this side. For me, I can bring my forehead down on the right side, and this side is to my fists. Just breathing. Good. Go ahead, using your hands, come back up. Curl your right toes under. And then we're actually, we'll do a nice big inhale. Exhale, sweep your left heel up to the sky. and then exhale into downward facing dog. So here again, if you paused at that half pigeon, you're going to pedal out your feet, bringing some life back to the left leg. Good. And then let's go ahead, take a seat down on our mat. And we're going to do the stretches that we did at the beginning of class. But now, since we're warm, we should be able to get into them a little bit deeper. All right. So right leg straight. Left foot's going to come over your right knee. Bring your right hand either back behind you a ways, or if you want more of a stretch, hands going to stay nice and close. Link your left elbow in with your left knee. And then breathe. And see with every inhale if you can elongate your spine. And exhale, see if you can twist a little bit further. So depending on how tight you are, continue to look over your shoulders, see if you can twist just a little bit further. Maybe you can still feel this area tight, but we've done a lot of stretching and warming up, so you might not feel this like you did at the beginning of class. Breathing here. Good. Go ahead. Release. Bring your left leg long, right foot over left knee. Left hand's going to find its spot back behind you. Nice big inhale. Exhale. Bring right elbow to right knee. With every inhale, elongate your spine. Every exhale, twist a little bit further. This side may feel completely different than the last side. And that is okay. Good. All right, bring both legs nice and straight. Nice bend in the knees, just like we did at the beginning of class. Inhale, raise fingertips up. And then exhale, forward fold onto your thighs so that your torso is touching. Make sure that your back is nice and flat, so push shoulders back. And then slowly elongate legs so that you feel a nice stretch in your back. Breathing here. Good. Go ahead, crawl yourself back up with your hands and then scoot forward a little bit, slowly lowering yourself down to the mat. Inhale, bring your feet up to your chest and then rock from side to side. Let your left leg go long. Hug your right knee into your right shoulder all the way. Nice big inhale. Exhale, supine twist, bringing your right leg over to the left side. Now, if you really want to work on stretching out the lower lumbar in this posture, because we're nice and warm, hook your right toes in back behind your left knee and then twist from there. Good. Go ahead. Slowly bring your right side back to your right shoulder. Left knee comes up to join it. Rock from side to side. Good. This time, let the right leg fall long. Inhale, pull your left shoulder in. I'm sorry, your left knee into your left shoulder a little bit further. Nice big inhale. Exhale, supine twist to the left side. Now you can do the traditional and just let your foot fall over to the floor. Or again, you can hook it in your left toes into your right knee. Left arm will go long and you'll get a little bit more of a stretch in your lower lumbar area, into your hips. Every inhale, you'll rise up a little bit, and then every exhale, you'll maybe feel a little bit more of a stretch. Good. Go ahead, slowly bring your left knee back to your left shoulder. Bring both legs back up. Rock from side to side. So here, if you want to just leave it a traditional yoga class, you're going to take a nice big inhale, pull yourself into your knees, and then exhale, final Shavasana, letting your arms and legs fall long. You can either pause or stop the video here because we're going to go over some of those stretches that I was talking about. First of all, look at this. Holy crazy hair. Yes, I need a haircut. All right, we're going to grab that stool. Like I said, this is kind of a makeshift. If you have more of like a bench, like if you have a farmhouse style table and you have a bench with a nice long table, that would work. Or maybe in your entry area, if you have a seated bench where people sit to take off their shoes and stuff. Or if you're lucky enough to have a weight bench at home, all of those things would work too. You can do it on your bed, but it's a little bit hard because there really isn't anything to grab onto. But what you're going to do is on your nice flat surface, mine is a little bit curved, you can probably see that. You're going to want it to be flat if you have it. Go ahead. Place your right foot on. It's a hard surface, or at least mine is, so I make sure that my ankle is off of the bench itself. Now, this probably is reminding you quite a bit of, we did the figure 4. We also had half pigeon. So you'll kind of notice a theme with the twisting and then the sitting over the leg. That's going to stretch everything out and help you feel better. They are also stretches that are going to work better if you're warm. So either at the end of a yoga class or at the end of a workout, in the middle of a workout when you're semi-warm, or after a nice hot shower, you could try it then. It's also an area that I suggest that you mash with a lacrosse ball and a softball into your glute area and up into your hip pocket. I know Bob goes over that quite a bit, so I'm not gonna waste your time with that. So this one here, if you have a bench that's lower to the ground, it's nice because you can slowly but surely let your your knee come down to the floor, and then you're just in that nice full stretch of that right side. And then you can fold forward onto the bench if you want to. And as long as your leg feels okay in this position, go ahead and sit here for quite some time, right? A couple of minutes, at least 60 seconds, at least. This is easier to get into than half pigeon because you're able to keep your opposite hip square. So then you don't have to worry about letting your hip come down to the floor before you fold forward. So if half pigeon is one that you don't fold forward because your hip never comes down to the ground, this is a good one to do and stretch out that area. All right. So let's go ahead and even it out. We want to do both sides. Me and my squeaky makeshift bench here, stool. All right, so we're going to go ahead. We're going to position the left leg on there now. This side is much tighter for me. The heel or the ankle is off of the bench. And then slowly letting myself fold over, dropping the right knee down towards the ground and breathing into this stretch. So the next one is actually better if you are on a bench instead of a stool like I am, but I'm going to be able to make it work. You want your foot to be flat on the ground or on a surface, all right? We're going to sit here for just a little bit longer because we were on the right side for quite some time. Good. Let's go ahead. Inhale. Push yourself on out of that. And then I'm going to come around to the front of the stool or the bench. I have a foot holder here that I'm going to put my left foot on. If you can actually be on the ground, that's great. Pushing your full foot into the ground. Go ahead and bring your right leg up onto your left knee, just like we were doing in figure 4, right? But with figure 4, we're having to use all of the strength of our left side. This you're able to relax a little bit more into. And I want you to actually take your hand and I want you to push your right knee down. Then if that doesn't ping that back area where you're feeling the pain, you can slowly but surely. See, this is why you want to have your foot flat on the floor so that you don't feel like you're going to fall off of your stool. Fold yourself over onto your right leg. Again, it's another variation of like pigeon, but both of these are easier than pigeon, and you'll be able to sustain the stretch a little bit longer. So I hope that helped. Go ahead, do the left side too. Don't just be done. And I hope that you all have an absolutely amazing week. And I will have another class for you next Sunday. I'm really hoping at some point in time we're going to be able to meet up in person again because I miss seeing all of your amazing faces. With that, have a wonderful week. Bye, you guys.